Dave McDermott here, McDermott Law Group, McDermott Militia, McDermott Mafia, all one of the same. Ducks in the background. We're today in the beautiful state of New Hampshire. I have no idea, I guess grabbing for blueberries. Nevertheless, we're in the beautiful state of sunny New Hampshire. It's extremely sunny out here, so I'm going to try to make this quick. Today's need to know what? Need to know the law. We're talking about injury cases. Specifically what you as a potential plaintiff should, could, can, will hopefully do when you in fact get injured. Most importantly, make sure that you document everything throughout the entire process. What I mean by that is if you're in a car accident, a motor vehicle accident, make sure you contact the police. You want the police to come out, you want them to take a report. The reason why is many people get in car accidents nowadays and they get out, they start talking to the other driver and they're like, well, you know what, let's try to keep this, let's try to keep this between us. I'll take your information. If I need something, I'll contact you. What you don't always know is you don't know that whether you've suffered any significant injury. If you have in fact suffered any significant injury, you want to be able to make sure it's documented. If you don't have it documented, contact that person a couple months later and say, you know what, I've been having a lot of pain, I'm experiencing this, I'm experiencing that, we need to report this to your insurance company. That person's gonna be like, sorry buddy, but I don't know what you're talking about, or we did get in a car accident, but that was your fault. You have nothing documenting it, you have a bit of a problem there. Also, you want to make sure if you get injured in a department store or somewhere else, you talk to a supervisor, you have an incident report prepared on your behalf. Make sure that if possible, you get a copy of that incident report. If they say it's against store policy to give you that, maybe take out your phone, snap a quick picture, and at least you have something memorializing what took place, as well as the name of the person maybe that you gave that information to. Next, when you get injured, you want to go to the emergency room right away. If it's a car accident, you want to go ahead and make sure that you don't have anything wrong. A lot of people, their adrenaline's pumping, they're looking at their car, that's more of the focus of the actual accident. You want to make sure that you focus on the possibility rather, that you may have experienced some type of injury to your body, so you can make sure that you get it addressed as quickly as possible. When you go see the doctor, make sure, whether it's at the emergency room or if you don't go to the emergency room, hopefully the very next day or the very next opportunity you have to go, that you tell them what happened. And let me stress that real quick. If you don't go to an emergency room and you don't go to your doctor right away, the longer a space of time it is between the time that the accident took place and the time that you see a doctor, the more likely it is that the other side is going to say, oh, how do you know that this is something attributed to the accident? How do you know this isn't some other way that you injured yourself after the accident, but before you went to the doctor? So you want to try to get it looked at as soon as possible. But when you go to the doctor's office or when you go to the emergency room, you want to make sure that you tell the doctor, the medical staff, the nurse, whoever it is that's seeing you, that's talking to you, exactly what occurred. Don't say I injured myself earlier, I messed up my back earlier. Say, you know what, I was sitting at a light and somebody smashed in the back of my car and I haven't been able to move properly since. Make sure that you're telling them exactly what occurred. I'm not talking about embellishing, I'm talking about just saying what occurred. Tell them so that they can actually write it in their medical records, because that's what they do. And that way we have a better chance of prevailing on your behalf when we're representing you. Finally, when they ask you, when you go back for follow-ups, don't say, what you typically say, how you doing today? I'm doing fine. They write in their medical records, patient reports he's doing fine today. Instead, you want to say something like, well, I wasn't able to sleep properly last night. I was sleeping on my right side because I couldn't sleep on my back. Or, I wasn't able to drive the other day because it's hurting me to be in the car too long. Again, I'm not talking about embellishing. I'm not talking about making anything up. I'm talking about just telling the truth. You do this, it'll be documented. It's much easier for us as your attorneys to be able to go ahead and secure the best possible judgment on your behalf at the very end. That's it for today's Need to Know. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this beautiful day. As a matter of fact, it's gotten way too freaking hot. This is kind of ridiculous. Can't believe I'm doing it on camera, but you know what? That felt great.